Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Daily High with your host, Matt McGregor and Tone Vase. Good morning, Tone. How are you, mate?
Oh man, it's super early and I was up a little late, watching the Bitcoin price, the futures completely get annihilated on the stock market. It's a little bit of a rough day, but I don't know. I have a good feeling about today and this weekend.
Yeah, I'm not concerned at all. We did get below 69,000 briefly, very briefly, and we're back above 70 now. I mean, let's have a look at it. It is a new month, so let's have a quick look at that, eh? All right, as I open the charts
Do
to
it.
the monthly time frame to begin, classic data error on TradingView here on the index charts. If anyone in the comment section has any friends at TradingView that can fix this, I'd be much obliged. This is a fucking annoying, right? But look, that's fine, absolutely fine, absolutely brilliant. Let's be honest. Second highest monthly close of all time. We were only a stone's throw away, really, from getting, you know, 71,260 would have been the highest monthly close of all time, and we closed at look at that. I mean, you know, $1,000 off the all-time high. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. And it sets us up for a really, really nice place for this MRI count on the monthly time frame. I love this. I absolutely love it. I don't care if we have to come back down and retest the 7 simple moving average here throughout this month at 64 and scare everybody out. I still absolutely love the setup right now. It doesn't matter how low it goes as long as it stays above maybe 60,000. I'm super duper stoked. We've got a 10K. We've got 10Ks for me of like lenience before I get concerned in the price. And I don't mind that at all, that we've got such a variety of space here. I love it. Absolutely love it. No worries at all. That's the monthly. Happy first of the month, everybody. Weekly time frame. You know, I don't even mind the weekly time frame right now. There's a high probability with 2.5 days left that this thing finishes as, we can recover some of this and finish quite strongly over the weekend. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But it's just not a concern at all. I'm really, really satisfied with the weekly time frame. Throughout this week, we were a few bucks away from the all-time high. I don't mind the pullback, and I like the response that we've had post pullback. On the None of the oscillators here on the weekly time frame do anything for me. Daily is when it gets more interesting as we get lower, guys. It's just a bit of a recap show, but it gets more interesting as we go down in time. We have now reclaimed, since this correction that we had, the 7 simple moving average here on the daily time frame at 70,000. So on the daily time frame, we're above all the moving averages, looking fine. What was the pullback in a percentage term from top to bottom here? As a 6.5% correction, that might be enough. That might be enough to give it juice to come and, come back and retest the breakout point that we had here. Look, we came back and retested the breakout point really clearly. Up, breakout, bang. Nice, nice. Not a problem at all. Not a problem at all. Looks fantastic. If we started to crack down lower again, I would just be looking, as I said, all week for a buy the dip at maybe somewhere lucky enough to get in 66, something like that would be fantastic to get a great chance to buy the dip, but I don't know if you're going to get that chance. The daily looks really prime. 12 hour is makes total sense to me. We came back. This is the 30 simple moving average here, and on the 12 hour, it's really really money. You can see how many times it has respected that, and it just came back down and kissed it and had a fantastic response off it. So I mean, today was a good day. Today was a good day that we've come and done all this in the day. I said that the crash of, what do I say, 6.5%. It's regained sort of half of it already. No problem at all. The MRI count got almost to the top. A warning candle here. Is it going to be a wonderful candle correction on 12 hour? I'm not sure. Maybe not. But it looks totally fine for me. It's not concerning at all. 4 hour time frame. This is where it starts to get real interesting, because we came back and kissed on the 50 simple moving average. We almost got to the bottom of a MRI sort of count. And the EXA, I think, has been real money on this particular trade. I spoke about this all week. We had that EXA cross back on this candle right here. So this has been in a downwards trend this whole EXA period. And now we have just had that EXA cross again. at a nice little low vantage point, you know, I think there's every possibility. One, two, three, four. We could get this candle green. This candle become a green one if we get to $100 higher. Maybe we can finish with a recovery here. It would be fantastic. And once again, if this is a really good trade, I think right here, to buy it with a stop loss down below these lower prices here. Let's say you bought it at 70 and had a stop loss at 69. I know that's $1,000, but if it's on a spot trade, absolutely fine. Even a 2x leverage trade, absolutely fine for a great setup here. And if you're wrong, that's no problem at all, because then you just start to look to buy, re-enter back inside the wave. Really, really, really fine trading. On the 15-minute time frame right now, just to finish off the week with, Bangbox is still currently not in a trade, but it's keying up for it. It's like in the zone. We only have to get above this very, very near line right here as it stands right now, 70,400, which would be really nice, because that is sort of a breaking point of this downward structure that we've put in, where we put in the low, put in a higher low, we broke the neckline. We can come up and retest and get above 70,500. It's a great opportunity to put on a good long trade if this does recover. So this could all happen for you guys in Asia while you're asleep. It could happen for you American guys in the different parts of the world while you're awake. But it's fully automated and fully free. Absolutely take advantage of it. We've got a great video right here on the Financial Summit Network that my partner Baloo made. It's a 5-minute tutorial on how to set up the spot. Take advantage of that. Great blowfin deposit we have right now. This finishes in a couple of days. Ooh, sorry. At, Tone, coming back to you right now. I take advantage of that, guys. I mean, making money in trading, automated, free, while you're asleep. What more can you ask for? I've developed 2 new bots that are coming. Well, got one of them today already, and it looks really fantastic. And the next one's coming tomorrow, fully finished. We're a week. We're gonna might have a little rollout, one a week for the next few weeks. But these new bots are coming, and it's really going to shake things up. They're MRI inspired, which is really, I can't wait to talk to you about. But that's all. That's the hint. Tone, what are you seeing on the charts, mate?
All right, let's go take a look. I was hanging out with a few people last night, finance people. All the talk was that Japan was gonna raise the interest rate, and we see the big stock market crash overnight. But Japan did not raise the interest rate; they held it steady. I mean, everyone is freaking out over the fact that Japan has increased their interest rate since 2022, and it's now at 1%. I think people are completely crazy. And this Japanese yen carry trade will slowly unwind, and new Japanese carry trades will not take on, and eventually it'll just play itself out. Personally, I remain of the view that this is not a big deal. So,
I bet all your finance bros that you met with are freaking out about. They're like, man, this is the biggest
yeah,
deal. You're like, nah, mate, it's fine, right?
no, it's also some election jitters. Man, again, like I'm gonna be in the weeds of this whole election thing. So many people are posting videos of people trying to vote, and it's just a giant nightmare.
Yeah.
For US being a modern country, they still can't figure out how to have a proper election.
Yeah, there's a funny meme of The Simpsons, the TV show The Simpsons, where Homer's trying to vote for Obama or whatever, but it keeps clicking the wrong person and it won't accept the thing. And then there's real life footage of people doing that for Trump. So it's exactly the opposite,
Yeah,
in
yeah,
terms of
yeah, yeah.
party. It's back to front and upside down, but it looks exactly the same. It's like a meme.
Although if I have any trouble voting, I'll definitely post videos of that. And so a huge crash. This is the futures market. The big crash happened overnight. We're already starting to recover. The big thing, we are streaming a little bit early today. There's going to be the non-farm payroll. It's probably the biggest uh, economic factor this week. ISM manufacturing, also kind of important, but not as much as the payrolls. So we'll probably still be streaming with you guys in 13 minutes. Maybe we'll wait. I'm kind of curious what this number is and how it affects the market in real time before we head off the show. So remind me to keep an eye on that at the end of the show. And of course, 2 days after the election, the Fed is going to announce a rate change. So it looks like now there's a 7% chance they're not going to do anything. I think they're not going to do anything.
I'll take the over
And
on. I'll take the over on that.
let's go to the market. Now, the monthly chart might not have given us a new all-time high, but the 2-month chart, which Mark pointed me to, got its green star candle by a few dollars. This candle closed at 70,244, and it needed to close above 70,100 bucks. Now, in reality, does $100 matter on a monthly close basis for a 2-month candle? It really doesn't, but I wanted that green star candle to solidify this candle because it's possible that the next 2-month candle is going to close somewhere around $100,000. That is very, very possible. And I didn't want to wait till the end of that candle to get the green star solidified. So it's great that the green star has solidified each prior time. Let's just say the worst case scenario for a green star candle up to this point has been the prior green star candle, which still got us from the top of that candle 100% over the following 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 months. I know 10 months feels like forever, but I think we are entering the guts of this bull cycle over the next 6 to 10 months. The next 6 to 10 months should be the centerpiece of the next bull run. Maybe it's only going to get to 125, but maybe it's going to get to 425. But I am expecting the guts of this bull run to happen. A lot will depend on who will be president or who will be elected president in 3 days, but I don't think we'll know who the president is by the end of the night. I don't know. I'm expecting the craziest stuff. I think this is why I almost want to be. Normally, I want to stay out of the United States, but as long as I'm in a proper state like a Florida, it'll be. I think it'll be fine. I don't think there will be. I don't think Florida will be burning down of all the cities. But
I
we'll see
think
what happens with the
I
rest
don't
of them.
think Florida would be a very nice place to be if Kamala wins. That's for sure.
Well. No, it depends on the city, right? I'm in the big cities, so I think I think it'll be fine. Okay. Let me glance at this monthly chart. The monthly chart looks fine. We have a 2. We're waiting on that green star candle. The green star candle comes in at $74,000, 73,500 or something like that. Gives us a monthly green star candle. And I can easily see a repeat of what happened. I'm going to finally put this rectangle into this here because I always try to draw it. And after this monthly green star candle shows up, I am expecting something to resemble the last green star candle. Maybe not in percentage terms, but certainly in structure terms. So something like this, I am looking for, starting with the green star candle that will that will either solidify this month or next month. My allocation, man, I was so close to just pulling my trade, and I just decided to stick with it. I stuck with even the leverage trade. It is a futures. Futures are gonna close tonight. It depends. If we are rallying a lot, I'm just gonna hold it through the weekend. If I am barely profitable on the leverage part of my trade, I'm gonna cut the leverage part of the trade, and I'm just gonna go into a 100% bullish allocation. I'm gonna hold Bitcoin through the election. I think there is a greater probability that Bitcoin would skyrocket once the uncertainty of who's president becomes a certainty, regardless of who that president is going to be. That's my view on it. I really like this daily candle. Things might change in 8 minutes with the non-farm payroll. They may also change in 1 hour in 8 minutes at market open. I still think this is the perfect pullback. Look at the last time. I draw these lines super early. I drew this horizontal blue line at the prior swing high, and we pierced it by a few dollars. This is as proper of a pullback as it gets, just like it did back at the end of October. It did it twice in October, which I don't like. It missed the 20 period moving average on the daily, just like it missed it late last night. But this is how markets perfectly pull back to its prior swing highs before taking on higher swing highs. Eventually, there will be one of these that tests a deeper part of support, like this upward sloping trend line or this now upsloping 128-day moving average. That's actually significant. I totally missed the fact that the 128-day moving average has started trending up. You can see the last time the 128-day moving average was trending down and flipped to up, and that was in October of 2023, coming out of, the whole FTX saga and Bitcoin going from 30,000 all the way to 60. And the time before that, when the 128-day moving average started trending from down to up, was when Bitcoin was coming out of the depths of, I'm sorry, this was the FTX saga. This was the a pullback in the summer of 23. And the time before that was when it was coming out of the FTX disaster. This right here over in,
That was the FTX disaster.
yeah, this was.
Yeah.
Um, the 128-day is trending up for like 2 days. I'm not really going to consider that a trend, so I'm just going to ignore that little piece. It's not very common that the 128-day starts to visibly and significantly round the price of Bitcoin. Yeah, I don't think it's ever not led to significant highs. I'm already going all the way back to when it was reversing back in COVID time. It's very significant, and
Yes.
I didn't even notice it before, but we have already been trending up on this moving average.
I want to show you this indicator that I wanted to build like
This is the
5 years
last
ago.
dip.
Can
Yeah,
you hear me? I had
yeah.
this.
You want me to give you screen share or? Yeah.
Yeah, just for a second. I had this great idea for an indicator, but it's not. It would never work as an indicator. I just wanted to build it. Imagine like you've got a compass that goes north, south, east, west, and it would have all the different but it only does a 90 degrees, right? Which is this is like black swan down, this is like hyperbolic wave, right? And then there's just a variant, it would just fluctuate here. And so I had all the moving averages that I liked, and I had them worked out. And then depending on the angle that they were pointing would point to like different degrees of like how my bullish phase would be like that. That's what I wanted to build. And I drew all this mock out and everything. And I spoke to a dev and he's like, well, we can build it, but it's not going to be a trading view accessible. You can't make an indicator out of it or anything. But I've got all these. I'll send you all these great pictures I have of this like counterweight thing. And imagine having them all going, and you would see them all pointing at different variants like that. Anyway, you just reminded me of it then because the angle. It's a Tyler Jenks work. It's the angle of the moving average as well as just simply being crossed or anything like that. It's the angle. That's what I had the idea from. Please continue. Sorry to cut you off.
No, no, all good, all good. Yeah, no, that'd be interesting. I'll think about it some more. I have my own trading view dev as well. Maybe we can discuss it.
Sure. I'll send you these little hand-drawn pictures I've drawn. It's pretty funny.
So, I was just I just threw up the Nikkei, or I clicked on the Nikkei. We'll get to that in a minute. So here's the 4 hour chart. I'm still waiting for a 4 hour MRI buy on the 4 hour, and we're not gonna get it again, right? Unless the market crashes, like straight up crashes over the next 2 to 3 candles here, we're gonna miss the 4 hour. Man, I really wanted the 4 hour MRI buy opportunity this morning. It would have put me in a negative position once again on my leverage trade, which I'm not gonna be wouldn't be happy with. But we can go multiple months without a 4-hour MRI buy opportunity. I mean, that is completely crazy to me that it still hasn't happened. And if next candle is bullish, then that's it. There are no, we're gonna break the count. Once again, we'll get a green star candle on the 4-hour and take off for new swing highs. I'm bullish here once again. I still have to wait about another maybe 2 hours. Now we are doing the show a bit early. If 2 hours from now the price of Bitcoin is higher than it is right now, I'm going to be bullish through the weekend. It really is that simple. On the 1 hour chart, we should have hit an MRI buy. Let's see if we did at some point. We did. We did go lower overnight. We did hit these lows late last night. It was, Halloween time. And now we're on a green star candle on the hourly. Again, you have in 2 minutes, there's going to be economic news that could definitely move the market. It's pretty critical. So we wait. The cycle chart looks pretty good. Oil, not that interesting. Gold. Well, gold is definitely has a toppy candle. I've been saying all week, consider taking profit in your gold position. Give it 1 to 4 weeks of a pullback and then come back to the gold market. The S&P is, wow, in real trouble here. The S&P took the big nosedive. Is it? It's not live yet. This was the big nosedive yesterday. If I go to that 5-minute chart, I was like looking at it yesterday around noon. There would have been a profitable, or noon and 11 a.m. Those were both profitable trades. The 11 a.m. trade, remember I said after the 10 a.m. trade failed, I said I would only go long at 11 a.m. The 11 a.m. trade would have been a very tiny gain, maybe $100 at best. But then the noon trade would have been very profitable. So this is why I like to trade on the hours. 10 a.m. trade, if it works, you're done. If it doesn't work, you have the 11 a.m. It was a slightly above break-even trade, and there might have been one more attempt at noon, and that one finally would have done well. And then it all fell apart later that day. Just completely fell apart right before market closed. And I think we're going to be okay. Here's the futures market. It's already rallying. If the unemployment report moves the market up this morning, we're probably okay for the recovery into the weekend and into the election. The numbers should be coming out, but the CME futures, oh man, I'm on a delay. I need a live market look here. I don't know how quickly this website updates. Probably not this quickly. Let's go and take a look. Non-farm payrolls. Nope, data's not out. Nope. Any news? What's the news, guys? Unemployment rate forecast 4.1, actual 4.1. Okay, it comes in line. Do we get the announcement? Nope, that's the last one as well. Alright, yeah, I should have been more ready for it. Non-farm employment situation summary, Bureau of Labor Statistics, home. Oh, man. I should have been more ready.
These statistics are the biggest fucking scam in politics, mate. They just get amended to like a month, 2 months later when no one knows, quietly amended. They're a joke. Absolute joke.
Yeah, can I see live futures markets? I know I can do it on, investing.com used to have it. Let me see. Investing.com. Maybe I still have my old watch list. I don't. I'm not logging. Jesus Christ, what the?
Do you prefer Spanish tone? No, you don't.
I should. I should.
No, you don't.
One of the reasons why I
That
wanted
was
to
your
move to Latin America years
that was
ago
your
was
New
to learn
Year's.
Spanish. That never happened.
I was thinking about you today. That was your New Year's resolution to learn Spanish in
It
2020.
was. That was my New Year's resolution for 2023, not for 2024.
Was it?
No, I'm
Shit.
sorry, for 2022.
I remember you saying it, and that's why I was thinking about you
Dude, I gotta
today.
go back like 2, 3 years. Okay, so the market took a. No, that's not the god. Hold on. I'm like on a mission now. You used to be able to look at futures markets on on investing.com. What the hell happened? Major indices, world indices, futures. No, that's future specs. Oh yeah, here we go. There we go. This real time, 5 minutes. Yeah, real time. No, it's not real time. Which candle is that?
It says delayed data. That's that's from some time ago. That's an hour ago.
No, this is 8 a.m.
Oh, it's your time, 8 a.m. It actually, I thought it might have been, it reset to my time. Why would I think that? It's your computer. Right.
God damn it.
So this is a boring. I'm bored on my own show.
I
Skip it.
know. I know. I'm waiting for this next candle. Yeah, we're okay. Here is the 825 candle. So we may be delayed. I should get it in 1 minute. Yeah, so, I mean, there are like real time stuff on TradingView, but
Well,
in any case,
while we're waiting for that to come through, what did you think about that? Was nice of Trump to wish. I would like to wish all our great Bitcoiners a happy 16th anniversary of Satoshi's white paper. We will end Kamala's war on Bitcoin, on crypto, and Bitcoin will be made in the USA. I don't know what Bitcoin made in the USA means. Vote
well,
Trump.
mining.
Go
Well,
for it.
again, Trump isn't a Bitcoin expert. It's as good as you can get. Now, well, when it comes to this kind of stuff, right? There are empty promises from politicians just to get elected, and then they do the complete opposite. And then there are actual things that they will try to implement. I honestly believe Trump is pro Bitcoin,
So do I.
and it could be dangerous for him, and it could be a reason why he's not going to get elected. And so when something like this is coming from Trump, I take it seriously. If something like this is coming from the other camp, they're not serious. I think that the current administration does have a war on crypto and Bitcoin. They haven't been able to like really go after people because companies like BlackRock are now absolutely pro Bitcoin, and BlackRock is a huge contributor to the other side. But we will see. Bitcoin is handling the non-farm payroll well, which means that I'm assuming the S&P is handling it well as well. This is our still the 8:25 a.m. candle. When is this candle going to flip over? And but in any case, it looks like the non-farm payroll is not changing much, and therefore we're okay. Uh, yeah, we're good. And oh, one last thing. We do have final data. Final data, even on a day like yesterday, there was a positive inflow into the ETFs, all driven by BlackRock.
Wow.
BlackRock buys an additional 4,500 Bitcoin, and every other ETF pretty much
Look at
sells
those.
Bitcoin.
Look at those bitches selling their Bitcoin. Look at
I
them.
know.
Fidelity, ARK, Bitwise. Oh no, we got to sell 1,000 Bitcoin today. The market's crashing. Idiots. Idiots. Look who you sold it to.
BlackRock is buying it all. BlackRock is completely dominating the stats here. They're now at 433,000 Bitcoin. A week ago, this was under 400,000, and now it's 433,000. I mean, by the end of the year, BlackRock could have over 600,000 Bitcoin easy. Easy. That was the peak of Grayscale's holdings. And here are the monthly stats for the end of the month. 72,000 Bitcoin purchased by the ETFs this month. Even if this data does come in up to a full 1 week delay, which it could, you can't deny the fact that in the month of October, 72,000 Bitcoin was purchased. That is the highest purchase other than the month of February, which was the first full month of Bitcoin ETF coming in. And February was a monster rally in the market as well. If November comes in anywhere near 72,000, I'm expecting Bitcoin to be at significant highs. There again, the amount of Bitcoin is limited, and here we are already counting stats for Q4. That's pretty much it. I keep delaying the show just to see what the next candle will look like, and I think we're gonna call it a day.
Yeah. Call it a week.
Yeah,
Hey,
call it a week. Someone wanted me to look at PayPal. I hate PayPal, and I use PayPal.
it's
It's
handy.
not interesting. It's not interesting at all. And a bunch of earnings yesterday. But I think, yeah, everything is kind of bouncing back up to the upside. McDonald's still struggling.
Oh,
Whoa, is that Roku?
yeah, it was.
Jeez. I think everything will be fine. I think everything will be fine. We look at the indices. We can look at the SPX here or the Dow Jones. Oh, Dow Jones. Damn. Oh, why is it on 12 hours? Daily Dow Jones, market MRI top. I didn't even talk about this. Wow, and weekly MRI top. It's pulling. Oh, there it is. Dow Jones coming in on a daily MRI buy coming up. That's a good sign. S&P was lagging, and Nasdaq was lagging. So yeah, I think the market is going to recover once the election is over. I think the market rallies unless there's uncertainty. So I'm going to leave you guys with this. We will do a show on Monday, of course. If there is no president selected on Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday or Friday, I think the market is going to be crashing. The moment if there is uncertainty about who the president's going to be, that's a market crash. If there is certainty of who the president's going to be, regardless of who that president will be, the market's going to find the bottom and rally. That's keep that in mind going into the weekend. Oh, see, it didn't take nine. There's the 8:30 a.m. candle. The initial reaction to the downside. I think we're gonna recover here, and I think we'll be okay. All right, guys. Thank you all for watching. Like, subscribe. Close us out, Matt. See you all on the next one. Check out the financial summit. Come spend a good
Yeah.
time in the sun in Maldives.
I want to say, speaking of the financial summit, I'm meeting with Sig tomorrow night in Tokyo. This is the beauty of
Awesome.
the
Shout out, Sig.
Hey, Sig, if you're still watching at this point, he won't be. He's with his wife in Tokyo. But I mean, and this is the beauty of the financial summit. You make lifelong friends that you can catch up with afterwards and work with together. It's brilliant. I'm probably working right now with 10 to 15 people that I've met through the financial summit throughout the period of the two that I've been to. It's just still great friends, and we're working together still. Excellent times. Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful weekend. See you Monday.
Bye, guys.